Marriage. That sacred institution where two people pledge to love, honor, and tolerate each other's snoring habits until death do them part. It's a beautiful thing, in theory. But lately it seems like more and more guys are swiping left on the whole marriage thing. They're opting for bachelorhood, embracing the freedom to leave their socks on the floor and eat cereal for dinner. Consequences be damned. What's the deal? Are men just allergic to commitment? Afraid of losing their precious video game time? Or maybe they just haven't found a partner who can tolerate their questionable taste in music. Whatever the reason, the marriage rate is dropping faster than a Kardashian marriage. And that's saying something. This begs the question, what's driving this mass exodus from the altar? Is it a sign of societal decay, a rebellion against outdated norms, or simply a symptom of too much Tinder? Maybe it's a bit of all of the above. One thing's for sure. The landscape of love is changing and men are leading the charge. Buckle up, folks, because we're about to dive deep into the minds of men who are saying, I don't too, I do. Let's face it, freedom is intoxicating. The ability to make your own choices, answer to no one, and chase your dreams without having to consult a significant other. It's a powerful feeling. And for many men, that sense of independence is a major perk of staying single. Think about it. No more negotiating weekend plans, no more in-laws breathing down your neck, and no more fighting over the TV remote. You're the captain of your own ship, free to chart your own course. You can spend your Saturday morning catching up on sleep, binge watching your favorite shows, or even attempting to make that Pinterest-worthy breakfast you saw online. Spoiler alert, it probably won't turn out as planned. But it's not just about avoiding responsibility or indulging in guilty pleasures. For some men, independence is about pursuing personal and professional goals that might take a back seat in a committed relationship. They want to travel the world, build their careers, or simply have the space to figure out who they are and what they want out of life. And that's totally valid. After all, you can't truly love someone else until you love yourself, right? Or at least that's what the self-help books say. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room, money. We all know weddings are expensive, like really expensive. We're talking enough to make a grown man cry, or at least seriously consider eloping to Vegas. And then there's the whole supporting a family thing. Diapers, daycare, college tuition, it all adds up faster than you can say student loan debt. It's no wonder many men are feeling the financial pressure and hesitant to take the plunge. The economy hasn't exactly been a walk in the park lately, and the job market can feel like a game of musical chairs where the music never stops. In this climate, it's understandable why some guys might prioritize financial stability over marital bliss. Look, I'm not saying love is all about money, but let's be real, a solid financial foundation can make or break a relationship. When you're constantly stressed about bills and struggling to make ends meet, it's hard to focus on building a happy and fulfilling life together. So maybe some men are just trying to be practical, waiting until they feel financially secure enough to take on the responsibility of a family. Or maybe they're just cheapskates. Hey, I'm just putting it out there. Let's be honest, guys have a reputation for being commitment phobes. We're like that friend who always flakes on plans at the last minute, except instead of canceling dinner, we're canceling, well, the rest of our lives. Is it a genuine fear of commitment, a deep-seated insecurity, or just a really bad case of cold feet? Maybe it's all the above. The truth is, commitment is scary. It means putting your heart on the line, being vulnerable, and trusting someone else with your happiness. And for some guys, that's a terrifying prospect. They'd rather keep their options open, play the field, and avoid the emotional heavy lifting that comes with a serious relationship. But let's not forget the role of societal pressure. Men are often taught to be stoic, independent, and emotionally unavailable. We're supposed to be the strong, silent types who don't need anyone. So, when it comes to commitment, some guys might feel like they're betraying some unwritten masculine code. It's like they're choosing between their manhood and their happiness. And that's a tough choice to make, even for the most emotionally evolved dude. Here's the thing. The traditional definition of marriage is evolving. It's no longer just about finding a wife, popping out a few kids, and living happily ever after in a white picket fence dream. People are choosing to get married later in life, prioritizing their careers, or opting for alternative relationship models like open marriages or polyamory. And guess what? Men are part of this shift. They're realizing that marriage doesn't have to be a one-size-fits-all proposition. It can be tailored to fit their individual needs and desires. They're looking for partners who are independent, ambitious, and share their values, not just someone to cook and clean. This new era of relationships is all about communication, flexibility, and mutual respect. It's about finding someone who complements your life, not completes it. And honestly, that sounds pretty damn good. So, maybe men aren't rejecting marriage altogether, they're just rejecting the outdated version of it. They're holding out for something more authentic, more fulfilling, and more aligned with their modern values. And who can blame them? So, is marriage dead? Are men doomed to a life of bachelorhood, forever swiping left on love and commitment? Not necessarily. Marriage might be changing, but it's not going anywhere. People still crave connection, intimacy, and partnership. They still want someone to share their lives with, someone to laugh with, cry with, and annoy the hell out of. But maybe the future of marriage isn't about conforming to a rigid set of rules or expectations. Maybe it's about finding your own definition of love and commitment, one that works for you and your partner, regardless of societal norms. Maybe it's about choosing to build a life together, brick by brick, based on mutual respect, shared values, and a whole lot of laughter. Or maybe men are just afraid of losing the TV remote. Hey, I'm just saying it's a valid concern.